Hey everyone, welcome to Hanging with Uncle. I'm Gene, and let's get started. Today's topic is definitely not lighthearted. It's about the protests going on in Los Angeles over ICE raids. So, ICE itself is not a bad agency. Immigration Customs Enforcement, we do need to have that. But how it's operated, now that's the issue. Okay, so previous presidents have used ICE to, help with protection at the border, stemming tides of people crossing the border illegally. If you cross at a checkpoint, then you have not entered the country illegally. But that's what ICE is supposed to do. ICE also is like with the Coast Guard. Again, the same thing with people at sea trying to seek asylum or refugee status coming from places like Cuba or any other authoritarian style government or jurisdiction. So that's what ICE is supposed to be. What it's being used for now is like the way Hitler used the Gustapo in 1930s Nazi Germany. They rounded up people who were opposed to Hitler's idea. And so he just jailed them. You don't like what I'm saying? I'm going to put you in jail. And that's what, the Tangerine Terror is doing right now. So again, do we need to abolish ICE? In my opinion, no. We need to have the right person in charge of ICE to run the agency according to its constitutional mandate. Okay. Now, Trump is sending 2,000 National Guard troops to Los Angeles to quell the protesting over the immigration raids. But here's the thing. Under the First Amendment, you have the freedom of speech, you have the freedom of assembly, and you have the freedom to address the government with grievances. So arresting people for speaking their mind is unconstitutional against the law. All right? Cadet Bone Spurs is violating his oath of office and the Constitution by arresting people just because they don't agree with him. But now here's the thing that he hasn't done yet, but I'm anticipating it's coming. So all of you gun nuts out there, remember what Hitler did was confiscate weapons to make sure that the people were not armed, so there would be no resistance, or much less resistance, to his authoritarian fascist government implementation. And that's exactly what we're looking at now. And once the people, because I've heard this from the right on lots of different occasions, is that, well, the Second Amendment is there to protect you in case the government, tries to come and take your stuff. Well, look what the government is doing. So now when the people exercise their right under your version of the Second Amendment to start defending themselves with lethal weapons against unlawful government activity, you're going to see Republicans and the coward-in-chief specifically coming after your guns. That's what's going to happen. And this is just a prediction, but you just mark my words. Okay, so in my opinion, this is basically a white supremacist organization right now, because ICE agents aren't drafted. You apply for them like you apply for any other jobs. So the people applying to work for customs, to work for ICE, already have this mindset of white supremacy, and they're willingly going into it. So when you say, how come the people aren't resisting? Why is the government doing this? Why don't they refuse a lawful order? That's why, because they agree with that unlawful order and just want to see America white, ignoring the fact that the indigenous people of this country, the natives that were already here, you're calling illegal. I'm not. The United States is occupied land, just like Gaza is. because the people that are running the country now, running this piece of land within the borders that a man drew, support white supremacy, and that's what's going on. So it is even more important now than ever, while we still have the opportunity to go to the ballot box, to get rid of these racist, white supremacist people in government trying to illegally detain people and deport them out of the country, even though they're here legally. All right, just like the episode we did a couple of weeks ago where the family in Georgia who, voted for the coward in chief thought, well, this guy is, the person we adopted is here legally. They have a visa and they're going to school, and that didn't matter. They came and got him anyway, just because of the color of their skin. And that's my opinion on the subject. I urge everyone to continue peacefully protesting, exercising your First Amendment right. Everyone has a cell phone. Get them out. Start recording these illegal activities that are going on. And we still have a judicial system, a legal judicial system that will prosecute violators of the law, even if they're wearing an ICE uniform. So that's my opinion. I would love to know what your thoughts are. Please leave them in the comments section below. Subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, hit that thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And if you like this content, hit the notification bell so you don't miss whenever new content comes out. So be safe, know your rights, and there's strength in numbers. You guys be good.